Hello everybody, welcome here to High Button Sports as we get set for a game between the Wildcats and the Hunters. And this is Saturday night action over to the High Button U18 League as we'll start right into this one. Played over to Cluett. Cluett tries to go around the boards there. As that puck gets picked up down there in the right side corner, we'll get a whistle. Puck here on the right side. Cluett shoots and instantly scooped up there for the whistle. So we'll try again. A couple of whistles here early. Puck here on the right side. That one picked up. Trying to pass that down and below here. It'll be sent to the end wall. Picked up from the end boards. Valley down here in front. Conley going to work it down the left side. In along the wall there. Rolls itself out. Gibbs slows it up. Little hit there. Hawko tries to poke at it. Comes back over. Belvo trying to get to Wilson down here in front. Hit and now sent the length of the ice and kept in. Seaman. He'll look for an angle. Over to Conley. Conley cuts back. Down here in front. Wilson. He gets over the blue line. Wilson shot. Save made there by O'Shaughnessy. As whistle will go, and we are off to the races here now. Between two teams in the U18 League. Puck dropped in there behind. Poked at him behind for Hawko. Hawko around past Boudreau. Seaman picks it up. Gets it into the end boards to Worth. Tries to chip up to Urquhart. Back in behind Urquhart. Valley able to keep it in with Sinclair, but now Hunters down here in front. Worth over the line. Worth to the right side. Flipped on back. Shot by Urquhart. That was going to slow down in front. Backhand. Newman kicks it away. Valley looking to go up the wall with it. Slapped back into the corner. Fed back Hawko. Hawko blocked up a shin pad. Valley now down here in front. Trying to get that to Peh. Instead it's brought back around by McKnight. McKnight drops it over. Shot over the glove and the net as well. So beat Newman but couldn't find the back of the net there as it hit and went high. Back down the left side to Hawko. Snaps the pass out. Boudreau into the middle. Trying to evade the check. Hanley sent down for the ice as we are about 3 minutes in here the first period. Puck down low. Gerard. Try to knock it up there. Hunters in front. Chance. That one bouncing around as Mitchell, I believe, had a good look at that one. Over on the left side, trying to feed through. Comes across. Down there in the zone. Trying to get that back. Kalita keeps it in. stand on there as the Hunters continue to pressure here early in the first with a couple of looks. A couple early saves for Newman. Macy plays there to the right side, brought in, shot, kicked aside by O'Shaughnessy. Up ahead, Martin. Handed off, left side. Here come the Hunters. Back in behind, Seaman. Over to Betts. On and off with a stick there. Kalita played across. Shot into the glove. Valley will get the whistle. Face off. Picked up and around the end boards. Try to feed that back in front. Betts. Over to Hanley. Hanley shot. Saved by O'Shaughnessy. That one in to the boards there. It didn't really make much of a sound, but it catches the wood in behind the mesh. Face off to the left. Picked up in a seeing eye shot back in behind by Hickey. Hickey cut off along the boards. Cluett trying to get that through. Back in there for the Hunters. Into the foot. Hit laid there now. D to D Hunters. Swift. Over to Ludi. There's an errant neck guard out there. Keep an eye out. Hickey. Up to the middle. Backhand back to Gibbs. He tries to hand it back to Swift. It's in behind. Hit it along the boards there. Grab now Fleming. Fleming up ahead. Chance in front. Loose on the corner. Comes back. Fleming chops at it. Shot into the glove and we get a whistle. Face off on the left side. Over to the left, Gerard tries to steer it back in front. Played over on the wall. Woodrow tries to bring that up. Sent in down to Newman. Over to Gerard. Gerard in the corner. Man knocked down there. Valley. Back to the middle. Over to Hood. Starts his skate out. Gets to the red line and shoots it to the end boards. Woodrow. Up off the glass, comes back down to Peh. He'll take a hit. Into Hawko. Into Sinclair. Tried to bring that back in around. Morris. Try to jam at that, and whistle goes. Face off to the right. Puck down and below here. Hum. In around. Boudreau bounces off his stick. Shot. Steered down to the corner. Looking for it. Urquhart. Boudreau. Top back in. Hunters. In over the blue line. Shot. Steered to the end boards. Valley tries to bounce that. Hunters back to the blue line and gets him behind. McKnight played across. Hunters pass up the left side. About 8 minutes gone here in the first. Puck clears him behind. Valley looking for that on the right corner. Swift down here below. Gibbs slaps it across the end boards. Played through. Gibbs. Shot. Back across. Puck picked up. Hanley. In on the end boards. Right side. Flew it. Up ahead. That's going to be in behind. As O'Shaughnessy slows it up. Gibbs. Shots 3-5 here for the visiting squad. Valley. Play it up through the middle. Gibbs. Gets as far as center and slaps it around. Poked at. Martin. Over to the right side, past Kalita. Valley, Hickey. He'll play it back in behind. Valley. Up to Betts. Over to the right side, shot. Block it away. Hunters. Kalita. Shot. That one goes high as he'll go into the boards hard. Tripped up, I believe. Over to the right, Baldwin tries to hand that off, gets him behind. Chance pushed up, hit in along the boards. Up ahead to the right side. Puck brought in. Shot and scores. Hunters get on the board here first. And we'll head back to center. 1-0 Hunters to score. And we'll take a second for our break.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
All right, sorry about that, folks. Just dealing with another game, trying to get that up here on the High Button Network. And as the manager, sometimes got to take phone calls. So if they cuts out for a second here, my apologies. Be back in a moment. Sorry about that, folks. For the pause in the action, like I said, just trying to sort out elsewhere, and we'll get back to the commentary here with 3:24 left to go. It's still 1-0. Hum works it down along the right side. Trying to pick up on that. Valley flips it across. Bounces for the Hunters. Sent into the mesh. We get the whistle. Face off to the left. Played over on the left side. Trying to work that one back out in front. Hum. Chops at it. In on the end boards. Kalita. To the blue line. Hickey. Shot. Steered aside again. Kalita. Up the wall. Martin. Martin trying to get it. Valley. Keep that in. Boudreau. Push to the middle. Shot. That one hits the glove and trickles away. Picked up and scooped in along the end boards. Centering back to Hickey. Hickey. Cross. Right side. Shot bouncing into the mitt and covered up there. Face off to the right. Picked up, sent back over, Seaman. Trying to bring that back in. Urquhart. Stoddart. Shot. Save made. Comes back down, flipped up ahead. Valley, spinning Seaman. Hunters. D-to-D pass there. Up the left side. Hunters. Into the end boards. Worked in around. Hunters. Back to Swift. Swift. Push to the corner. Played in around. 1:28 left to go here in the first. Shot into the mitt and save made. Shot. Middle on the boards. Valley in around the boards. Puck up, comes down. Chopping at it. Hood. Backhand down to Conley. Conley in on net. Pad save. 49 seconds. Over to Urquhart. Poked up ahead. Hunters. In over the line. Fleming plays back through to Conley. Conley. Passed over Hood, and he fans on it. 30 seconds to go. Gets worked into the boards. And took a hard hit there. Some back and forth. .27 seconds here, so now power play coming after that hit on Hood. Back by Seaman. Fluid tries for them. Seaman worked in along the boards, picked up on the other side in the feet. Hunters shot in down low. 7 seconds to go here now. It looks like we'll end the first 1-0 lead for the hometown Cole Harbor squad. We'll be back in a moment. All right, everybody, we are back here for the second period. We'll get into it as up ahead and a quick penalty as Hood shoots it. Fleming had his arm hooked there, so that'll be our early penalty. Puck here on the right side. Fleming passes that over, booted aside. Down low, Hunters will take that, shoot at the length of the ice. Fleming. Moves up ahead over the blue line. Fleming slows down. Has Fletcher. Fletcher picks up on that. Back to Fleming. Shot or pass, sorry, down to Hood. Now to the middle. Fleming again. Shot. Shoots that off the crossbar. Didn't know if that went bar in or bar out. Big shot. Picked up on the right side. Fleming back over. Now stepping in. Shot off some skates. Back to Fletcher. Fletcher down low the left side. Fletcher. Fleming. Whistle there. Face off here to the right. Okay, so 8 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Puck dropped in. Fleming back to Betts. Betts worked across to the left side. Hood steps in. Steered to the corner. Hood back to the blue line. Valley over to Fleming. Fleming shot scooped up there as the net guard falls off. Face off to the right. Shot, save made. Pardon me. From the right side, and Fleming makes a stop. Whistle goes. Just about 2 minutes gone here through the first period. The second period, sorry. First half of the second period. Puck dropped in. Swift with a bump. Valley tried to spin that around into the feet and plays down the right side. Hunters lead that back through to the middle. Baldwin. Baldwin picks it up. Into the end boards. Hit there with Hanley. Valley played across under the stick. Tried to whack at it. Sent him on for Gerard. Gerard. Back on the end boards. He plays it up the left On and off with a stick in a hurry. Valley now. Pick up there to Stoddart, but it rolls off of his stick. O'Shaughnessy will take the whistle. And we're at 5-on-5 here. Face off coming down here to the right. Puck chased for there along the boards. Trying to poke at it. Valley will pick it up. Shot sent on. Hunter's netminder with the stop there. O'Shaughnessy. He'll start to face a little more rubber here. 1-0 to score here for the Hunters. 18 shots for Valley to 7. So Valley have kind of gone on the front foot the last little bit here. Racking up the shots, but still a lead for the Hunters. Down low, Fletcher. Fletcher, he's in the left side corner. Fletcher trying to work out of it. Gerard doesn't get to him. Instead, it'll be Morris. Morris over the line. Steered off to the corner by Newman. Morris. He'll go back to Hawko. Shot off a shin pad, bouncing. Try to steer in front and tipped into the mesh. Whistle goes there. Face off down the other end here now. Puck picked up. Right side. Trying to work that through. Trying to pick up on it. Conley. In Conley's feet. He gets worked into the boards. Kind of has to shake that one off. Back and behind. Conley. In on the end wall. Fleming tries to steer in front. Into the feet of Hood. Bounces back over to the right side. Hunters. Up ahead, Wilson. Knocked off of his stick. Kalita and Hickey down the end boards. Steering away from it. Wilson. Back over, Fleming. Played to the boards, Mitchell. Back in behind for Wilson. Tried to feed that through. Hood. Chops at it. Over to Gibbs. Down here in front. Can't quite connect on that pass, but it's picked up by Mitchell instead. Mitchell. Shot. Save made. Puck picked up. Worked around for Swift. In behind. Urquhart. Whoa, and a reverse check there. That'll get the crowd off their feet here to the left side. Down here in front, Boudreau. Boudreau tries to make it through. By Peh. Peh gets it down low. Over to the left side, now looking for the breakout. Grabbed and shot all the way down, O'Shaughnessy. Gibbs fires it back over, almost turned that over. Swift tries for that, and that one gets launched into the ceiling. Face off on the right side. Hunters in behind. Trying to get that up. Betts drops that back. Gerard tries to take the way through the legs there, and it's poked off, and it'll be sent down to Hickey. Hickey worked into the boards. Back to the blue line. Shot bouncing to the left side. Chip play, trying to get that through to the Valley. They do. Betts. Wildcats evade the check, but eventually run out of room against Boudreau. Betts. Back to the blue line. Played across to Wilson. Shot. Steered to the left corner. Ludi. Sent down, and Newman will take the whistle where he can get it. And full scale changes for everyone here. Puck grabbed here and worked ahead by Hood, but it gets handed off here to Conley. Conley back in behind. Hood tries to chip that off. He'll get pressured there along the boards. Played across. Little low shot, seeing eye. That one gets him behind. Steered play, try to get it by Urquhart. Hustled after. Wilson. Turned over. Morris up ahead, and Morris with the look, sticking with his man, and the whistle will go. Want to apologize again earlier for the pauses in commentary and such, as I don't usually end up on these games too much this weekend. Usually just kind of keep a seeing eye over everything, but a few guys on vacation, you guys traveling for other games, and that leaves me here with the pleasure of calling the Hunters and Valley game for you guys, which has been close so far. 1-0 lead for the Hunters here. 10-18 the shots as we're just approaching the halfway mark in the game. But it is great to be back on the U18 call. Really rare to call one of these ones for myself, so happy to be doing it. That one on the right side. Urquhart loses that. Little chip play up ahead. Trying to jam that through. Hunters will pick it up. Urquhart with a nice, smart play back to Gerard. Gerard getting pressured by Boudreau. He'll dish it off to his D partner, though. Up the left side with it. Trying to play that through. Shot save made. Another chance. That one grabbed by Gibbs. Gibbs fakes the shot one way. Instead plays the backhand, and that was the right play by him as he got it to his D partner. And now it's near the middle. Beliveau plays it to no one. Off the end of the stick there, they get it back. Morris, the former Rage, picks it up back to Boudreau. Boudreau, down the left side. Morris getting pressured by Betts. Back to Boudreau. Shot into the glove as it's snagged out of the air, pardon me. And some jawing back and forth. Face off on the left. Martin Bounces off the skate, now potentially back the other way here. Sinclair trying to find his man and did a good job of getting something on that, but not into the back of the net as the net goes off here on the right side. We'll have the face-off down here to the right. Trying to chip that back out. Hunter down the left side. Valley plays it through. Trying to poke at that one. Brought back in around. Now battle in the neutral zone. Ends up on the right side in behind for Boudreau. Boudreau holds. Fans on it. Kerrigan picks it up. Fans on it himself. And back-to-back fans. That could have been real bad. But Boudreau bailed out himself there. Down on the right side corner. Fletcher into the middle. Shot. Nice pad save by O'Shaughnessy as he stayed sharp off that one. Back and behind Fletcher. Fletcher trying to steer over to Betts. Betts shoots it high. Martin in behind. Kalita's going to chase. Kalita plays the body early. Still down here in the Hunter's end. Off the boards, gets in behind Wilson, and now will be another foot race to it. Hickey picks it up. Stops into the end wall. Worked around the right side. Betts. Hit Lade, just kind of clips him. And now we're into the back half of the second period, so halfway through the game. Picked up, sent down to Wilson. Wilson holds. McKnight comes back in behind and worked into the wall there, hit Lade. And we'll take our immediate timeout. Be back in a second.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
All right, we are back here. 9:26 left to go in the second. Well, let's get into the back half of this second frame here. 1-0 still the score as worked into the boards there. A nice hard hit. You get tangled up and it frees itself. Here to Fleming. Fleming shoots that in and will be covered up by O'Shaughnessy. Oh, and now some back and forth, ends up with a Hunter's penalty. Maybe he said something. Oh, nope. Flash, so 9:07 and now to the power play here for Valley. Face off to the right. Back to Betts. Betts. Over to Fleming. Down on the goal line. Tries to feed that through. Steered him behind. Slapped at. Fleming. Hands that off. Betts shot into the glove there. Face off on the right and will be sent down as now on the PK for 90 seconds. Gibbs. He steps up into it down the left side. Now Valley surveys. Trying to bring that over. Shot. Gibbs, nice job playing that defensively. Backing around to the half wall. 1 minute to go now. Fleming. Fleming. Left side. Stepping in. Trying to feed through. Pass Betts. Slowed up. 44 seconds. Good kill so far for the Hunters. Lead play up the left. That's going to bounce off the stick and be ricocheted to the end boards. Hunters looking for that lead back the other way, and Belvo had it bounce off his stick. A hard pass all the way from the other end. Fletcher now. Fletcher trying to find a lane. Hanley. Back to Seaman. Shot. Falls in behind. Over to the right side. Back to Seaman. Over to the left now. Valley. Trying to set up their triangle with only 8 seconds left. It's getting tied up in the feet. Bujo. Back down along the boards. Hanley gets worked in. Over to Fletcher as Urquhart rejoins the play. 5-on-5 now. 7 minutes to go in the second. Lead pass. Bouncing around in the feet near Urquhart. Belvo. Oh, and a big collision there. I think 2 players on the Hunters maybe. Hum plays it across. Over to Boudreau. He tips that. Slows down through the middle. Bouncing puck. Kept in the zone. Handed off. Boudreau looks for some space and blockered high in the sky. And now a penalty on Valley as Hanley interfered. And now it'll be 6:35 to go in the second 2-minute power play. Face off to the left. Okay, so something mentioned about a spear down there. Back to the blue line. Hand it across. Clue it now. Shot. Steered to the corner. Gibbs. Back to the blue line. Played over to the right side. Now trying to get it back down low. Clue it. Shot. Save there in front. Bounces out. Try to pass that back again. Swift. Over to Baldwin. Over to the right. Up to Gibbs. Gibbs pulls it in. Clue it. Shot. Blocker save. Gibbs tries to jam in on the corner. Still loose. Puck still loose. Now the whistle goes. I got a little peek at that one late, so it's definitely moving. Face off coming. Ludi has it knocked away. Picked up by Hood. Hood trying to go short-handed off to the races. He'll go down. No penalty on the play. Defensive play by Ludi is what they're going to rule that one. Worked into the boards. Hawko. Backing around. Urquhart. He'll go head up. Urquhart surveying. Works himself through center. Over the blue line. Drop back. Big old whack on the shin pad there by Betts. Shot. Loose there in front for a second, but it rolls out. And back down the right side. O'Shaughnessy leaves it for Hawko. Up the right side here now. Hawko slides it by. Tried to steer in front. Back across and a big shot there off the glass. Over to O'Shaughnessy. Hunters Urquhart. End of the penalty here, so we're back to 5-on-5. 4:30 to go. Pretty good power play for the Hunters, but couldn't find the back of the net, so now they just try to build on it. Seaman down the right side. Plays it back through. Shot. Save made by O'Shaughnessy. That one, another shot on off the end boards. Hunters. Hum. Trying to push that through as best he can. Poked by Morris. Kept in. But now brought out here by Urquhart. Tag up. Urquhart. Tries to get it down as it ricochets. Now into the mesh. Whistle goes there. As they get tied up on the half wall. Face off to the left. Up ahead Conley, and can't quite bring it onside as got held up there, kind of tripped up at the blue line. Hawko and a big shot down. That one ain't gonna do it. It's face off back the other way. So now a couple words to being discussed. Puck dropped in. Little chip play. Peck gets hit along the half wall. And on the end boards, Hunters work it to the right side corner. Martin picks it up. Drop back over for the Valley. Now it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Hanley gonna shoot off the post. Bounces in front. Had some room to shoot at there. Can't find the back of the net. 3 minutes to go. Down the right. Played across. Save made the other way. Another chance as a delayed penalty coming against the Valley. 2:47 to go here in the second. Oh, and an unsportsmanlike down here in front of us by Hanley. So E. Hanley heading off. 2:47 to go in the second. So now a chance for the Hunters to extend their lead at an important time here heading into the locker room for the third. Some back and forth here. as they sort out the penalties here below. And it looks like we're good to go now. So 2:27 shot 16 to 23. So Eric Hanley, Baldwin picks it up. Over to the left side, Cluett tried to feed that through, was on the stick for a moment. Baldwin now shot through traffic. Save made, and now sent down. Baldwin. He'll move it up. Slows up, it gets tied in amongst the feet. Back down Baldwin, past Gibbs. Back to Cluett. Cluett drops it over for Swift. Right side, pull in, looking for that, and it goes in behind. Cluett now. Shot to the corner. Backing around Swift. Worked into the boards. Kind of knocked down maybe. Thought there was a trip, no call. Didn't think so myself, but wouldn't have been surprised to hear murmurs. But 94 seconds left to go in the second. On the end wall. Valley, hard shot. Gets by Cluett as that was pretty slapped down. 32 seconds of power play. Hand it off to Cluett. He gets moving. Down over the blue line. Nice move around. Cluett shot. Has to keep Newman sharp as that one gets through. Minute to go now. Back throw Shaughnessy. Four seconds to go on the penalty, so back to even strength. Morris brings it in by a hair. Now Fleming over to the box. Fletcher going to hold on to it. Fletcher with a nice burst of speed down the left side. Over to Fleming. Shot. Scores. Over to the box and into the net. 1-1 the score as we head back to center. Play it over, 34 seconds. Fletcher. Betts, fans on it. Poked at. Fleming. Hocko. 22 seconds. Hocko. Works his man into the wall. 10 seconds. Fletcher gets tripped up, and that'll be a penalty. That one was pretty clear as both refs got it. Hickey steps in, tips, scores! And the Valley get two with 2 seconds to go. And the Hunters, who were moving along here earlier, now find themselves down somehow a few seconds later. So puck will be dropped in. They'll leave it, and that'll take us to the second. So thank you for tuning in. Back for the third in a moment. All right, everybody, we are back here with the start of the third and potentially final period here. 2-1 lead for the Valley. Shots 18-25. 25 for the Valley, 18 for the Hunters, who were leading pretty much all this game to the last few minutes of the second. So we'll continue on here into our third period and hopefully find a winner between these two squads. Gibbs shoots it into the end boards. Valley from the corner. Played it around Fleming. Fleming trying to feed that up ahead. Betts over to the right side. Fleming in near the middle. Betts. Fletcher. He'll jump up at it. So now it's up to the Hunters to try to mount a comeback here in the third at home. That one bounces over to Cluett. Cluett steps in, tries to hand that off, and the stick was lifted at the right time there by Betts. And a shot into the back of the net. And now some back and forth after the whistle as the Hunters tie this game up. So a great comeback, and now kicked off the ice here is Hanley. So that'll be the end of his night. And 2-2, we got ourselves a tie game. And I think some penalties perhaps being sorted out here now. Hood's gonna go over to his netminder, talk to him, and we'll head back to center. Some discussion still going here. And back to center we will go. So 2-2 and a 5-minute penalty against the Valley. So Hunters find themselves right back in a good position here. Trying to retake the lead that they had for most of the game. Down over the red line. That one's sent into the end boards and it's worked up along the glass. Right side corner. Bootleer surveys, gets it to Hawko. Hawko shot, quickly ricochets off a stick. Back and behind. Picked up, sent the length of the ice. Ludi starts off with it. In over the blue line. That's to the left side. Trying to hold for the shot, and into the mesh it goes. Face off on the right. False start there. Pass across, left side, trying to tip it in front, they score! Schaefer Gibbs with a beauty tip into the back of the net, and the captain gives his team back the lead. What a response coming out of the second period for this Hunters squad. Back to center we'll go. 2 minutes gone here in an eventful third. Still 3:58 to go power play time. The major penalty means it cannot be ended there with the goal. Swift through the legs, gets it to Martin. Brings it in over the line on the right side. Played on through. Back to Baldwin. Hard pass, gets through. Over to Baldwin again. Hunters to Swift. Swift over to the left side. Puck picked up, flicked down Martin. By Martin. In along the end boards. Picked up, backhand, slides across in front. Cluett. Back over. Cluett shot, now left side. Blocked. Gibbs. Cluett. Down to the right side. Passed across. Brought down. Turned over back to Gibbs. Shot. Blocked into the mesh. Or into the ceiling, I should say. Puck dropped in, back to the blue line. Handed off to the left side. Hunters. Ludi. One-timer. Hocko. Hands on that one. Back to the middle. Ludi. Left side. Looking for that shot through. Bounces in behind. Back to Hocko and gets by him. His Valley will kind of give him the gears on those last two plays. Picked up Hunters. Up through center. Then over the line. Left side. Played down low, Ludi. Back to the blue line. Right side, Bootleer. Back to Hocko. They would love another power play marker here. 2:10 to go in the major. Left side. Shot. Blocked. Hits the side of the net and swung in front. Good little look, but couldn't go. Here comes Fletcher. Fletcher over the blue line. Fletcher takes it all the way down. Tries to steer in front. Urquhart. In over the line. Down the right side. Hoping it holds up. And not much on that pass as it gets bounced around. Back to Swift. Over to the left. Hunters have to avoid the too many. I think they did. Hickey gets it over. Gibbs takes it to the gut. Over to Swift. Played across. Hunters. In over the blue line. Over to Cluett. Back to the blue line. Falls down. Baldwin. Grabbed and shot the length of the ice. Swift. Leading play. Cluett. Tipped. Back in behind. Gerard. Over to Hickey. It's 5 minutes gone here through the third. 43 seconds to go on the power play. Down the right side. Shot. Steered into the end boards. Bounced in behind. Tried to feed through. Leading play. Handed back over. Touch pass now. Flipped in ahead. Nice play there by Cluett. Can he finish the play? Not quite. But he does get it to his teammate. Worked down low. Broken stick out there on the ice still. Flipped on back. Shot through traffic, and Newman stays on it as the penalty winds down and is over. So, some back and forth here, though. And now might be a penalty against the Hunters here. Looks like it is. Face off to the left here. 2 minutes of power play time. Back the other way. Puck dropped in. Couple whacks at it. A little shove there. That one could have been bad, but it stays up. Woodrow. Little whack. Heads into the end boards. Hunters. Worked into the wall. Trying to free that puck up. Valley. Surveying. Played through to Hood. Hood. Slows it up. Hood. Goes head up into the foot there. Beliveau. Beliveau. Down here in front of us, the former Rage player down the right side. Can't get the pass through. Valley, try to flip it back the other way. A minute to go on the power play. Brought in over the blue line. Right side, try to feed through. Hood, shot, goes wide, and O'Shaughnessy steers it back to the corner. Down here in front, hustled after. Valley, over the red line, now the blue. Shot to the corner. Back to Kerrigan. Kerrigan ricochets off his stick. Kerrigan, shot. Picked up, flicked back near center, kept in by a hair by Kerrigan. 9 seconds to go. Seaman, shot, goes wide, picked up off the glass, and that'll be good as the penalty now ends. So 12 minutes to go, 3-2 to go. 3-2 the score. Kerrigan. Valley hands it off, Hickey. Shots pretty close at 20 for Hunters, 25 for Valley. Chipped up the wall. O'Shaughnessy flips it back over. Gibbs hands it off. Hustled out of the zone. Gerard gets it to his D partner Hickey. Worked up ahead. Back to the Hunters. Hickey. Got back in as a reverse check on Gibbs. Gibbs, the former Armada player, or the former Bandits player, known to throw a hit around himself. He'll go into the boards and looking for that redemption, and now kind of squished off there into the corner. Gibbs picks up off the foot, heads down into the end boards. Shot blockered. .29 left to go here in the third. Almost into the back half. Oh, and that might be the media timeout. No, they're going to keep it going. Puck dropped in. In behind Hunters over to Ludi. Shipped back to Wilson. Wilson into the end boards. Hum. To the corner. Hunters try to play that through. Backhand. Conley looked for it. Hum picks it up over to Ludi. Little backhand, trying to grab it on the other side. Ties up, but gets it down low. Seaman looking to evade the checks. And now whistle goes there near the blue line. And that'll be the media timeout. We'll be back in a moment.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
All right, everyone, we are back here for the last portion of this regular part of the game, at least. 3-2 lead for the Hunters. Valley trying to come back with 9:43 remaining. That one off the end boards. Worth up the wall. Hunters chip that into the shin pad. Looking for Cluett now. Cluett shot. Steered to the corner. Wilson. Along the end board, now flip back to Betts. Over to Fleming. Fleming stops up, right side, gets him behind. Fletcher. Worth now. Around the wall. Over to Seaman. Gets by him. Down here in front, Baldwin one-on-one, mano-a-mano, gets his teammate in there. Shot goes wide with a big booming shot. Coming off the rush. Shot back and around. Slowed up by Valley. Over to the right, Valley. Flipped across, Gibbs. Gibbs into the end boards, Valley. Played across and down for the icing. 8:28 to go now. Puck picked up. Back by Swift. Swift chases after it. Gibbs off the foot. Urquhart looking for a lane down the left side. Sticking with it. Backhand in behind Gibbs. Played on through. Hit some skates. Kerrigan plays it across. Sinclair gets knocked down. Back over Valley. Holding. Gerard gets it back to Hood. Back to Gerard. Chip play turned over. Not much on that pass. And Mitchell will just play it to the end boards. Right side corner. Hood. Looking for a lane. Hood will run into a player. Delayed offside. Hunters bring that out. In over the line. Shot by Swift. Goes wide. Big hit there. Back in behind. Seaman. Over to Conley. He chips it up the right side. Trying to bring that in. Stick lift on Hood by Morris. Trying to stick with him still. Rolls off the end of Hood's stick. Back to the opposite corner. Wilson now. Shot. Scooped up. And 6:45 remaining here in the third. Puck picked up. Hunters get to the red line. Play that around. Newman will slow it. Put across. Betts. Betts. In behind. Fleming shoots it down into the corner. Doesn't really get there. Hunters pick it and put it in behind. 2-on-1. Clean 2-on-1. Back the other way. Shot. And it's in behind. They score! Hunters. And a big goal by Boudreau. It hit the post, but it was loose, and the ref stuck to his guns, and I believe that was the right call. So a big goal there by the Hunters. It's 6 minutes to go to extend the lead to 2. So now it's going to be full court press for Valley. Into the mesh there. The 2-on-1. And they got it behind and into the back of the net. .547 remaining as we'll try that again. So 4 goals on 23 shots for the Hunters, 2 on 26 on the other side. Puck down low on the end boards. That's going to come around for Hawko. And right back into the glass. Boudreau from McKnight. Puck dropped in, picked up, sent wide off an early shot. Hickey tries to get it down the half wall. Hanley gets hit in there. Ludi in behind by Hawko. Hawko tries to go for the hit. Kissed off the glass. Down here in front. Cluett shoots off the post. Comes back around for Hawko. He'll try to slow it up. Passed over to Baldwin. Baldwin in over the blue line. Shot blocked. Over to Cluett. Shot on the doorstep. Another whack at it. And the puck goes, or the whistle goes as the puck looked to be still loose, but net off, so whistle going. Puck dropped in there. Put through the legs, and now Valley. This Sinclair. Back down to Gibbs. Gibbs around the boards. Martin chips at it. Gonna come back through Wilson. Trying to hand that off. Down here in front, Martin. Martin passed across right to the foot. So about a foot behind, or 2 feet behind where it could have been. Sent into the end boards. Nice job by the Hunters. Pick up on that, Martin. Snaps a pass through. Urquhart leaves it for his captain, Gibbs. Gibbs down here below us. He'll work it in and over the line. Over to Martin. Martin pasted it up against the wall there. Now trying to feed that out in front. Hits the side of the net again. Shot, blocked. Elvo hands that off. Tipped high, kind of comes close to us here. Over to Fleming. Fleming to the outside, trying to cut inside. O'Shaughnessy sticks with it. Hickey. Down low, Fleming, little hezzy hay on the end boards. Back to the right corner, plays it through to the middle, shot, big save by O'Shaughnessy, rebound loose there in front, it still stays out. Under 3 minutes to go here now, and the best look in a while for the Valley. That one frees itself, free puck to the left side. Urquhart, we'll get into that first. Along the end wall. Back the other way. Hanley kind of going in alone. Gets to the outside. Chance there. Poked off the stick at an important moment. And a great play there by the Hunters. McKnight brings it in. Turns it over. Hit laid down there. McKnight picks it up with a big play. Every play is a big one here now. 2 minutes to go. Into the end boards. Newman slows it up. Trying to stick with it. Through the legs. Valley, slap that on. O'Shaughnessy is going to take the whistle here. 1:49 to go. Timeout called. Back in a moment. All right, we are back here with 1:48 remaining. Net empty for Valley. And this is the game here. Picked up ahead, trying to go for the empty net, and it just misses by a foot. Bounces back through, and the whistle will go. And a great early look. Puck dropped in. Back for Valley. Shot steered by O'Shaughnessy. Weird bounce. slapped out of the air. Still loose there in front. O'Shaughnessy trying for it, and they get a friendly whistle there for the Hunters. 91 seconds to go. Puck dropped in. Shot well into the mesh, and there's whistle after whistle here. Some nervous energy out there on the ice, maybe, perhaps. Puck dropped in again. Picked up back to Betts. Down the left side. Chipped across. O'Shaughnessy able to steer it to the corner. Hood. Hood moves it back to Betts. Betts across to the right side. Pass through to Hood. Hood shot off the post and wide. Back to Betts. Hunters full chase mode. Shot. Steered aside. It jumps Hood's stick. Betts. Back down to Hood again. 1 minute to go. Shot goes wide. Fleming worked into the boards. Seaman shot wide again. 50 seconds. Little pressure back on Betts. Played across to the right side on the blue line. Valley tries to feed it through. Hood shot, scores. 43 seconds. And it's a 1-goal game, and we'll head back to center. They gave Hood multiple looks at that one. So now it's truly gut check time here for the Hunters. 43 seconds. Newman's going to head back. Defense change. I think the Newman's half in, half out. I think Hunters just can't sit back into that full defensive mode. That was about 4 good looks there. Now Newman's going to go. 39 seconds. Back and behind. Hawko looking for it. Off his skate. Right side. Shot. Save made by O'Shaughnessy. The whistle goes. 31 seconds. Holy folks. It is tense down here on the ice. "31 seconds. Net fully empty now. Hunters trying to hang on. Puck dropped in. Into the feet. Valley. Pick it up on the right side. Seaman finds Betts. 26 seconds. Plays it down the left side. Hood plays it across. In front. Shot. Saved by O'Shaughnessy. Oh, boy, that looked in. But no, it was not. O'Shaughnessy gets the arm down. And this is a full court press happening right now. Like you're at the end of the basketball game and it's double coverage on anyone who has the ball. 21 seconds. Picked up. That one. Trying to split it. Oh, it's into the feet and a big play there for the Hunters. Boudreau goes down. Over to the right side. Trying to trip it up. Hits the back of the side of the net. 10 seconds. Hunters. 8. They're going to hold it along the boards. And with 4 seconds to go, a pile up. They got to clear each other off with 3 seconds. It looks like the Hunters are going to figure it out, but I won't say anything too much here. Don't want any unnecessary jinxes, but what a play there by those 2 forwards. Boudreau was one of them, I believe Bellevaux, and Hood's going to get kicked out of here. Well, kicked out, there's only 3 seconds. Escorted off. And Hood, who is one of the star players here for Valley, scored that last goal, but with 3 seconds to go, a tie-up will do it here for the Hunters, who would collect a big win. So it is 10-minute misconduct against Hood. So Wilson will come out. Puck dropped in. 3 seconds. 2. And Worth will let it run down. And a big win for the Hunters here against Valley on a Saturday night. Stuck with it. Came out real well at the start of the third. And that will do it for us here on High Button Sports. So big win there for the Hunters. We appreciate